CO2 canisters are actually under 800 psi of pressure. Who knew? Not me. I put all of the stuff into this bag. I'm gonna try it on the actual body now. I'm wearing the dumb little sensor on my chest. That's how it's gonna be for the actual like Amazon meme. I'm just gonna shoot the thing. Okay. Oh my fucking god! So we got to shake children. Here it is up on the screen. Oh wait, sorry, that's the definition of sarcasm. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Yeah, do not shake a child. The accelerometer in his head will pick up the shakes, and he'll have a small seizure to indicate that it's working. And with all that out of the way, the only thing left to do is to film that final scene. Or more specifically, Michael uses his baby lasers to mow down a series of henchmen, all on a mission to make it to his couch to watch The Boys Season 2. You know what, Amazon? Fine.
I accidentally pressed space.
Come on, yes. Baby.
Get it! That's a lot of fun! Eddie, open the app store. Download. What is this show called again? Get your phone, open the app store.
It's charging. I can't.
We don't have
what's
any
the name of the app that you told me to ask Siri?
The boys! Fuck, I'm bleeding out.
Whenever
Fuck, you shot her, dude!
She didn't even download the Boys Baby Laser Tag app, now available on iOS and Android.
Fuck you, Michael!
No, fuck you, Eddie.
any Burbank. Michael.
Wasn't Maya sitting like right where you died?
Yeah, dude, I'm real strong, and so as I was sliding,
Most important day of your life.
What's the first?
September 4th, when The Boys Season 2 premieres on Amazon Prime. Get to Season 2.
I can't let that happen, Michael.
The Boys Season 2. Season 1 comes out September 4th.
What is this show called again?
Didn't I fucking
I
kill you
hate
guys?
this area, but I'm still persisting.
That is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Amazon and its marketing team. I know I memed on the way they can tell how good this ad is going, so just fucking download it. So if you want to support the channel, if you want to see a great show, go watch The Boys Season 1 on Amazon.
I'll just man through till I either die or win. Most likely die. He's level up.
Facial detection? Nah, I prefer racial detection. So there's been a lot of racial controversy in the news recently. People are saying things they're just not supposed to say. Look at this, look what I 3D printed, it's a hard R. Oh, look at that, drop the hard R. Anyways, the problem is that kids aren't learning about racial sensitivity at a young age. Now, clearly the issue lies squarely with the parents, but really who can blame them? You know, I mean, I forget I'm half Filipino most of the fucking time. How's Bob Smith supposed to teach little Timmy about different ethnicities, you know? And that's why I came up with the idea for a revolutionary new toy. So Trigger Me Elmo is gonna be two major parts. It's gonna be the animatronics inside of Elmo, because it's not nearly terrifying enough if it doesn't move, and the software that's going to detect your race. Oh yeah, so what Trigger Me Elmo is gonna do is detect your race using computer vision APIs, and then say things to you based on what ethnicity he thinks you are. Let's start with the robotics that we need to turn Elmo into the spawner suit. Now this is the part of the project where I realized I might have messed up, because my rough plans for the animatronics became progressively more disturbing, and eventually bordered on devil worship. So here's a 3D model for the mouth animatronics. This is pretty cool. Here's how the jaw moves. Ooh, can't do that in real life. And then this boring piece of shit is the 3D model of the torso animatronics. I'll get those parts printed out, but while they're printing, let me show you where we're going to be putting everything. It's just the hollowed out corpse of a normal Tickle Me Elmo doll. I took the stuffing out so that the robotics would fit. Obviously, we're going to use Fuchsia code to make it actually simulate talking. Gross. This is the arm mechanism. It works when the servo turns this wheel, which is attached to fishing line, which is attached to the arms, and it makes them move up. So yeah, that's creepy. And here's what this one looks like constantly running. Don't worry, I'm already disgusted at myself. Now let's just slap in those fucking... Alright, so the arms are in. Let's do the mouth. I told you it was gonna get worse. So if I plug this in and just have it constantly run, it should...
Not taking a hit yet. Though I almost just did. Oh, okay.
Now, unfortunately for us, creepy does not equal racist. Can't wait to see that on a shirt. Unfortunately, creepy does not equal racist, said by Michael Reeves, aka Filipino Hitler. So in order to turn Satan Fetus into full-fledged Trigger Me Elmo, we're gonna need some code. We're actually gonna need a fuck ton of code. Spoiler alert, I made it way harder to build than it needed. But Michael, I hear you ask, why was it so hard to make? Well, the answer is, they're kind of just a lot of moving parts in general. I did make a lot of extra work for myself though. One thing in particular, I'm gonna make the excuse that I spent the extra time to make the code run faster, but it's actually because I'm a dipshit. While I was looking through the documentation of the API that I'm using, I spent all of like 5 minutes looking at it, and I thought that the API would only use images that were already on the internet. So what I had to do, here I'll show you, my computer, I had to also create a completely separate web server here. Yeah. So I thought that I needed to get the images from my computer onto the internet before the API could access. So my system takes images from my computer and it uploads them to my web server, which publicly hosts them on the open internet. My web server then returns the custom URL of the image hosted on the internet on this server. It takes it and it sends it up to the API. The API then has access to this URL for the image hosted on it. Then the API takes that image, processes out different racial attributes, and then returns those racial attributes data to my computer where I can process them to Tickle Me Elmo, Trigger Me Elmo. And so we can represent Elmo here. Like that. So based on the race information, the computer tells the Elmo what to say. So the fact that and then uploading that to the API in a JSON file, which is a pretty inefficient way of doing things. So I'm pretty sure this solution is the fastest, but for the sake of the video, we're gonna say it's 100% the fastest. So let's see what that software looks like without the boring explanation part. Now you might notice I borrowed some of the UI elements from the Squirtboy 9000, but pretty much everything else is different. So when I start it up, it's going to start detecting my face, and when it reaches a certain threshold, it's going to send it up to the server, and there we go. Wow, it knows I'm Asian. Didn't need an API to tell you that. So here I'm going to let it run again, and this time I'm going to draw your attention to the upper left corner. You can see this nice little readout I put in. So what the API does is it returns race confidence values based on what it thinks you are. So obviously, we're gonna take the highest, what race you are. And obviously we're not gonna use my laptop webcam because that's not nearly creepy enough. So what I did was slip some camera guts into Elmo's right eye. And so the detection will work like this.
I have what
So we can actually do the speech synthesis in real time instead of determining what the movement should be ahead of time. We can do this by just listening on whatever audio stream is playing on the computer at any given time, and then moving the mouth based on the decibel levels on that audio stream. God damn, that was a boring sentence. Let me just show you. Okay, I got the speech synthesis code running on my computer. Facial detection? Nah, I prefer racial detection. Obviously, it doesn't just do talking, but you know what? I think it's 100 times better anyway. So all we gotta do is come up with voice lines for Elmo to say. Shouldn't be too hard, right?
Wrong.
That's the answer. Just like all things. And tweet! Now all I gotta do is wait for you wonderful people to give me some quality voice lines. Crowdsourcing was not the solution. But you guys did point me to Die Trickster, another YouTuber who does a mean Elmo satirical racism.
Okay.
Because damn it, if Trigger Me Elmo is gonna teach the youth to be more racially tolerant, he's gonna have to show them what not to do. So I asked him to read off some voice lines that make fun of Asian and white people. Why? Because I'm Asian and white. And if I've learned one thing from being on YouTube all these years, it's that if you are a race, you are allowed to endlessly mock that race, regardless of if you're disconnected from the culture, regardless of if it's mean-spirited. That's the YouTube way. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out. Thank you. Thank you. I may have also asked him to do lines for the other races too. Oops. So I got the lines referenced by the code, and that means we're done. Trigger Me Elmo is available in stores across the United States today. Wow, thanks, Dad. I've always wanted a Tickle Me Elmo. Well, something that's actually a Trigger Me Elmo. Your teacher called and you dropped the N-bomb like 6 times in class yesterday. We gotta teach you some racial tolerance. That's no way for a 3rd grader to act. Introducing Trigger Me Elmo, the hottest new toy of the summer. Setting up Trigger Me Elmo is an absolute breeze. All you need is one USB cable. 2 USB cables. A fucking power cord, I guess. 2 custom programs, your own private server, and an enterprise-grade web API.
Ow.
Trigger Me Elmo, because God has been dead for a very long time.
Yeah, it's been dead. I like it.
This is the world's very first fully functioning Trigger Me Elmo. I am so goddamn excited to finally see it work. So all I gotta do is stare into his beady little chicken eyes.
I'm like a puppet, not a dog. Please don't try to eat me.
It is everything I ever wanted.
Oh, an Asian. I don't remember you from the assembly line.
This might be the best thing I've ever made in my entire life. I can't stop playing with it. This is the best thing in the world.
Why people like you remind Elmo of Cookie Monster? That was me. Yeah.
And that was perfect because I'm half white and half Asian, so it should get it right like half the time. Wait, no, it should get either one half the time. That's what I meant. Oh, if you didn't know, sit down in the chair, please, Mom. Thank you, Mom. This isn't proof that I'm just Asian. All right, just look into the beady little.
Take a break from playing with Elmo. iPhones aren't gonna make themselves.
What is it?
It says the iPhones aren't gonna make themselves because you're Asian. Get it? Okay, bye, Mom. You can go now. Bye. Okay, next I'm gonna call over my black and Hispanic friends. I don't have any friends. Okay, couple of my favorite actors. Let's do John Leguizamo. Let me just line the face up. Okay.
Elmo respects all individuals of Hispanic lineage. And wish you a wonderful day.
The thing is, I'm not Hispanic, so you know. Now Terry Crews, rest in peace, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Boy, I sure hope I don't get demonetized for the racist shit Elmo's about to say.
I respect and admire your rich culture. And will now narrate a documentary on African American trials and tribulations. Chapter 1.
Guess which race I'm not. I think I covered Trigger Me Elmo pretty well in depth. I can show you guys a little bit. Shit! Fuck. God, sorry about that, guys.
If you
I was
didn't
having this crazy
notice,
dream
the
that
pattern.
this video was still somehow
You
monetized.
basically
I don't know where it came
stare.
from.
You have to
Completely unrelated to that, have you ever seen someone hack
X
into a racist animatronic Elmo doll to show people on the internet how a VPN works? Well, guess what? Because today's sponsor is NordVPN. You may have heard of them from fucking everywhere. And that's actually part of the reason why I'm so excited to be working with Nord, is because I see their ads all the time, and they tell you about how Nord is going to make you more secure, but no one ever shows you how it's going to make you more secure. So let's hack.